everyone, and welcome back to week 2 of the Franklin Senior Center Stability Balance class with myself, Trish, the Health and Wellness Nurse at the Franklin Senior Center. Basically today we're just going to review some of the exercises that we did last week and add a few more. Also briefly talk about the things that we talked about last week in class in case you missed last week's session. The number one hospital admission in the United States is for people falling over the age of 65. The premise for that is because people are not taking their high blood pressure medications correctly, their diabetes is out of control, and the bottom line is they lose their balance. Here in Franklin, what we're trying to do is keep people at home, keep people home safely, and that's why we're running these classes for balance and stability. So the number one thing is always make sure that you're taking your medications prescribed properly. If you feel that you're becoming dizzy from sitting and standing up too soon, too fast, consult your physician. There might be an alteration of your medications that may need to be done. Make sure you drink plenty of fluids, especially during the hot summer season. Make sure you drink plenty of water. If you have any questions about last week's class or this week's class, feel free to email me at my email at the Senior Center. It's on our website. And so we're gonna move forward from here. One thing that we talked about last week was the fact that every animal stretches once they wake up. Not before they run and go someplace, but as soon as they wake up, they're stretching. So the number one thing that we recommend is a normal stretch every single morning. And it's basically just raising your hands up and your feet up. If you need to use a chair, whether one hand or two hand, make sure it's a chair that doesn't have wheels, that's not going to slide. It has to be a very stable surface. If you choose to use your kitchen counter or your bathroom counter, again, make sure that it's stable and it's not going to move on you, because then you will lose your balance and we will have a crisis on our hands. So again, the number one thing animals do and that we teach at the Senior Center is a nice long stretch. You can hold onto the chair with one hand. Make sure that you use your feet when you stand. Hold that for a good 15 to 30 seconds and come down. If you feel that you cannot fully stretch like that, that's okay. Just do the best you can. If you need to use two hands, same thing again. A stable chair or a stable countertop, lift up, put your hand up, hold that, reverse your hand, and do that. So that's basically the number one exercise to do is stretching. And this is not only when you get out of bed from a long night's sleep, but if you're taking a nap, or if you're outside on a lounge chair and you're getting up, always remember to limber up and stretch. So that is the easiest number one thing to do. The second one that we like to do is marching in place. Marching in place also helps your cardiovascular system. It gets your heart rate up, it opens up and aerates your lungs to improve the oxygenation through your body. You can do this fast, you can do it as slow as you want, you can do it with one hand, you can do it with both hands. It's whatever you're comfortable with and whatever works well for you at the time. Again, it doesn't have to be done first thing in the morning. It can be done with cans of soup. It can be done with half gallons of milk or water, whatever you feel you want to put on for a little extra cardiovascular. And again, it's just a simple marching in place. You do that for maybe 20 seconds at a time, times 5, and then you get yourself a good little workout. If you develop chest pain, shortness of breath, obviously that's something you should probably consult with your doctor before exercising about a marching in place. But go at your own pace, one hand, two hand, no hands. But a marching in place is a good way to get your body ready to continue to exercise. The third one is our single leg stretch. This you hold for 30 to 45 seconds. It's very simple. Again, one hand, two hands on a chair on a stable surface. And you just lift your leg up and hold it. Bring it down. Then the opposite leg. Again, hold it and bring it down. Do a series of 5 of those. Very simple. Take your time. If you've had a hip replacement or a knee replacement and you feel like there's some pain or a strain, then obviously don't do those. Just lift it to where you feel comfortable. Lift it to where you don't have any pain. Okay? So our third exercise is rock the boat. This is one we didn't do last week, but this is something I want to introduce to it this week. So basically is you're going to have your feet together, okay? And you're going to use the chair or use a solid surface, whatever's good for you, and basically lift your arm up and bring your leg out. And then the opposite side. And if you can do these holding on to a chair, that's great. I think it'd probably be difficult for some of us to do it without using a chair. So using the chair, again, lift your arm up, your leg out, hold it for 10 to 15 seconds, and then do the opposite side. But start with your feet together. Usually I teach and educate you about keeping your feet the stance of your hips, because when we stand like a tree trunk like this, we can't get knocked over as easily. We stand like a bowling pin, it's very easy for us to get knocked over and lose our balance. So that was our fourth one. The fifth one is our back leg raises. I'm just going to move this chair a little bit. See how I'm moving the chair and the chair's not moving me. And you basically just bring your leg out, hold it for 10-15 seconds, and then the same thing with your opposite leg. 10 to 15 seconds to where you're comfortable. If you're feeling any pain or discomfort, then don't do this exercise, or just bring it to where you don't feel the pain. Okay, so that was our back leg stretches. Our number 6 one is the single leg stance and arm, which again is you are going to just bring out your leg and your arm at the same time, and then down. And I'll do this with one arm. So you bring out your leg, and you bring out and then the opposite side. And do these in a sequence of 5 to 7, and hold it for at least 45 seconds. What this is you're putting your weight on one side and gaining more balance on the other. And this is all about keeping us up straight so we do not fall. And again, this way. Again, if you need to hold on to a chair, hold on to the chair. Very, very simple. All right. And then now we get the ones that we get to sit in the chair. Very, very easy. And we talked about these last week. These are ones while you're watching television or sitting in the sun, whatever it is, make sure that you bring your feet abducted apart, the length of your hips, and that your back is not up against the chair. Now, basically what these are toe lifts. So you basically just bring your feet up, and you externally, internal, out, and in. We talked about last week how important it is that our ankles and our feet are strong so that we can have better mobility and better balance. So again, just in, out, down, and up. Just do these a couple of times. Again, if it hurts, then don't do it. And just do those a couple of times while you're basically watching television or just enjoying being in the outside. The other one is shoulder rolls. Again, make sure that your back is straight, that you're in a good seating position. You can put your arms on the arms of a chair, and you just move one shoulder at a time, and this shoulder, and then you can just reverse the rotation. Now, you'll feel this in your neck a little bit. Again, if it hurts, don't continue to do it, but I can actually feel it in my neck, and it actually feels pretty good. So just continue forward, backwards, forward and backwards. And the last and final one is the hand and finger exercise. Basically, put your arms out front as if you're going up a wall, walk up a wall. When you get to the top, wiggle your fingers, but stretch, make sure your back is nice and straight as it can be. If you need to put a pillow behind you to give you more support, please do. And then just basically walk down the wall. Now, this exercise is also good for your posture. It's also good for your neck, and your fingers, your wrists, and your arms. So that concludes our exercise program for week 2. If you have any questions, please go to the website and you'll be able to contact me there. If you have any questions or answers, or you want a copy of the exercises, please let me know. So till then, I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.